What do you mean it's dangerous?
Hello.
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 Oh boy. So, I'll wait until Kiki is here.
Oh, is there news?
Well, no, the reason why I was ready for like 30 minutes ago, but then I couldn't actually start until just now. Computer, come on.
Hey, let me get in and then start my stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oops. Oh no, what's happening?
I wanted to start there just because I didn't want anything to, like, if I needed to download anything else.
What is this?
Okay.
Why is there an E?
Twitter.
There we go. Oh, this seems.
Goodbye. Discord.
Why does it seem off? Like, did the FOV change?
Start streaming, start recording.
60? I think 60's too low.
Testing, 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 testing. Alright, I sound pretty good. Welcome everyone. I am the Traveling Wanderer. With me today is Taco. I think Kiki's on her way. But yes, let's get this party started. I was on a trip, so that's why I had no streams. But yes, I'm back for the moment, and let's get this party started.
Oh, my FOV is weird.
Yes. I see you got the majority of all the fire, the lava stuff.
Huh?
The lava wall in the tunnel.
I'm confused.
In the tunnel where we're in.
Yes, what about it?
I see you got it like pretty much done. Or not yet.
I think you did that.
No, oh, I guess I did.
I was like, I haven't played any lava. I don't remember what I was doing. It's like, be busy for 2 weeks, and I'm like, I don't even know. I know we need lanterns.
Oh, you didn't stream last week?
Let's see. Oh, I had a cramp in my. Well, yeah, things came up. Alex is playing.
It was not your week.
Nah. What am I doing? We need lanterns because the lanterns make it look good, and then the ceiling. That's what we were working on.
Yes, and I was working on the sides with the prismarine bricks.
And then that's yes. And then the ground is gonna match too.
Yes.
Ah, okay. All right, now I remember. So basically, the floor is stopped here because this is Kiki. Okay. Alright. Clicky mode. One day I was like, you know what? I should just take a day and just chill by the skeleton. Just get stuff fixed. And I have yet to do it. And my pickaxe, my what is it called again? Netherite pickaxe is red. And if I break it, I'm gonna be so upset. Because it takes so long to get this material. Alright. Oh, that's what I was doing. Come on, computer. This laptop is old. It's like I turn it on once a week. It's like, what? Do everything I need you to do now. It's like, hold on. What are we doing again? Kiki? What's going on with Kiki? I think this one down here needs to be prismarine. Yes, it does. Computer! There we go. What do you mean the password's incorrect? I know it is. Did I type it? Oh. Oh my god.
Was the caps lock on?
So, when I use this, I have this keyboard. It's a Logitech keyboard, and it has like you can attach 3 devices.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I switch over to the other device, caps lock is always off. So basically, I just typed like down, down, left, right, up, up, up. And
like the Konami code.
Yeah, instead of like numbers, which is.
Looks like it's time to sleep.
Oh.
Yes. I don't know if Kiki knows that, but we need to sleep. No, she's out. Someone's out.
All right, cool. I'm trying to. Why is there an E here? Stop putting E's in my crafting box. All right. I am gonna go make some lanterns. There we go. The laptop finally booted up. I can see the desktop. The icons are there. start icons to show up, and then I think I can invoke the bot. Is Kiki all right?
I don't know. Might be having like connection issues, maybe.
And Kiki's back. We took too much time off. Everything's
Yeah, right.
Everything's broken. Why did I come here? Lanterns. There we go.
The fudge. I forgot that. I did not fix that. That's amazing.
You all right?
Yeah. I just had to delete those other resource packs so I can play with the ones that I wanted.
No, you got rid of the best one.
I do not like. No, I will end stream right now if I had to play with them. That is how much I do not like them. And then I forgot to move back the PNG avatar. You were just floating in the top right because I forgot that's where I put my friend when we were playing Apex.
So you're rolling
Because
with,
bottom left is important.
So you're rolling with vanilla.
Yep, I'm rolling with the one that I found and I really like.
Wait, you have one on?
Yeah, I had to. That's why I kept joining and leaving because when I first joined, it wouldn't let me. It was showing yours, and I was like, I don't like this. So then I had to leave. So I left, and I thought like just not having it like. I had to make sure it wasn't like selected for some reason because I thought like maybe that's why it was showing yours, but it wasn't even selected. So I was like, okay. So then I tried again, and I was like, nope. And so then I try to unselect mine and see if I can just play it regularly without it, like without any like resource packs on at all. And it was all like, nope, you're still gonna play with this on. I'm like, no, I don't want to play with this on. So then I was like, okay, well I'm just gonna delete all of them besides the one that I like. So then I did that, and then it let me join. I was like, cool. And I was like, wait, maybe that was the reason why I couldn't play with the resource pack that I like. So then I added the resource pack on that I like, and now I can play with the resource pack I like.
What is that one called?
New Horizon with the Sky shader pack.
Okay.
Let me see. Yeah, New Horizon pack with the Sky graphics.
Okay.
It's easier on my eyes and won't give me a headache after an hour.
Is that one from the store?
Nope.
Okay. Cool. If you find a cool RTX one, let me know.
I'm done looking back. I've given up on all RTX ones because they all suck.
That's why I'm staying with this one. I had one that when they were doing like the testing with Nvidia, and that one worked for a while, and it was super heavy, and then it broke, and then they like pulled back like all the detail and like just made it like it was super resource heavy, and then they made it resource light, and then it looked bad. So then I was like, I gotta find another one, and then I found this one, and I like it. It has its issues, but but yeah, I'm good.
He has plenty of issues with it.
Yeah.
Yep. There we go. Moving Blue Man out the way because I need this side of the. Okay. Hmm.
Alright, lantern.
Wall time. Time to build a wall. I
Uh,
can see through the doors. Oh, this is cool.
what?
The doors in this resource pack has a window.
Like a big window?
It's like the top half of this is a window. And then it's the door handle in the middle. So I can see through the doors.
I,
Whoa! Your armor looks so cool!
what?
Yeah! And the
I,
jukeboxes move.
I
You look sick.
I see what you're talking about.
That's what I'm doing right now. I'm like on multi-twitch to like check everything out.
Yeah, that is cool. I like how the armor looks.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and then it makes the tools look different too.
Okay.
And then the ball. Oh, and then the door. There goes the window.
What is
I
it?
can see
is-
through it.
Oh, it has a whole top. Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I love this even more now.
That banner on the left, was that supposed to be something, or is it a white banner?
Good question. Nope, it is a white banner.
Oh, okay. I was about to be like, ha! It's not off. Never mind.
Oh no, it's all up to date. It's been updated recently, just sometime this year. So it's the
Okay.
most recent up to date.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Wow, that's what I was doing.
Well, I'm glad we answered that question.
What question?
The age-old question.
Well, like, you can use your own resource packs. It doesn't have to be the resource pack of the world that you're in.
Yeah, you just have to delete the actual. If you have the actual resource pack, you had to delete it so it doesn't keep trying to default to it.
Yeah. Cool. Alright.
How's your hole going?
Huh?
Hole.
Hole.
Yes. How your hole going?
What hole?
The hole that's in this corner back over here.
Sounds so
Oh!
weird.
I haven't touched it since. It's so like, let's go back there and I can explain a little bit.
The torch in my inventory looks like it has fire.
All right. So, okay. So, in order for us to use it properly, we need 2 rows of inventory. So I have 2 rows of chests, and then I started putting slabs to substitute what the tutorial had in the video. Then behind it, it's a wall of hoppers, and then the top of that feeds into this system right here, which is like a bunch of like, not catty corner. What is it where it's like diagonal? It's like alternating.
Diagonal of each other, alternating.
Yeah, it's like an alternating
Crisscross, kind of.
Yeah, if you look at it from the side, it's crisscross. It's like,
Cake Baker's man.
but yeah, it's like alternating observers and dispensers and stuff like that. And it goes all the way up. Here, there are, I think, 9 levels or 6 levels in the front. It's 6 or something like that. And on the bottom there's a ton of hoppers, and on the top there's a ton of hoppers, and everything like just slowly feed. It's like this huge, like, I don't know, huge giant cartridge that goes into each. It tries to push an item into each chest, but then also locks each chest. And it's this huge, to me, complicated redstone system that I need to cut 2/3 of it off, because the front of the build is, I think we need to sleep.
Yes, we do.
Oh god.
I dug my grave and I'm sleeping in it now.
Nope. I'll hop down here. Yeah. There we go. Oh my god, it's too far away. So yeah, I need to cut like 4 rows out of the middle. I just don't understand how it fully works. I hear my own voice. Is that me?
Nah, I'm stuck under the machine. That was me. I accidentally clicked on the stream when I was trying to.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Why
okay.
is there one block under the machine?
What are you doing? What?
I slept over there, and I don't know why I didn't pop out over here and put me in that hole.
But yeah, I started going down here, and I was like, you know what? I don't have the resources for this, and I don't want to build like the whole thing and only have like 2 rows of it that actually need to work.
You do have a resource for it.
Oh, all the like iron and stuff that we have. Yeah, we probably do. Okay, I guess I don't have the mental resources to try to figure it out. So that's my problem. I need to cut 4 rows out of the middle, and I don't even know if that'll work. So I kind of just put it on the back burner. I know it'd be very nice if like, all of this stuff was organized. I just can't figure it out.
It is organized. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, like the way you have it organized in the back, I want the whole thing to be organized like that.
Yeah, it's organized. Don't worry. It's organized to an extent.
What are you doing?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
I'm gathering materials to make this wall.
Are you
To show
standing
what this-
still?
Yes.
Don't
It's
move.
inside of this chest.
Don't move. Look at my stream.
Yeah, it's like you're trying to morph into the chest.
It must be your amazing RTX, because I know I should. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Random. I don't know where that is, but I'm literally just like, just grab all the material I need for this wall. Am I still there?
No.
Oh, it's a second. Dang, Taco's just losing it.
So
That's been a lot.
I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
Uh-oh.
I hate so much right now. So like a month ago, I think, we started talking about like foods and stuff like that. And like I ended up settling on something that we didn't even talk about, and there's a picture of it in the Discord. And oh,
Is
my
it that
God.
burger thing?
Yes, it's so good, and I feel so much better by like cutting out carbs. And
Carbs are the best, but I understand.
yeah, and in doing that, like my taste buds have changed. So like
Yes.
I went to breakfast with one of my, like, with a family member, and we got pancakes, and
Mm-hmm.
I was moving the pancakes because I'm weird with my pancakes. Like, I want them to be like soaked a certain amount because they end up being too dry, and I'm like, I gotta like, what is it? Perforate them with the fork. So like, this is a whole ordeal.
Mm-hmm.
And when I picked one up and tried to move it to the move it to the side, I like ripped off a piece,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, crap. Well, let me just sit it back there, and I'm moving around, and then right when I was about to eat it, I like picked up that tiny little piece, and I was like, you know what? I've been eating differently. I'm like, what does this taste like without any syrup on it? And if it wasn't like thick and dry, I probably could have eaten them with zero syrup. Like, I'm more sensitive to sugar now because I'm not eating sugar. Or at least not eating extra sugar, like sugary snacks or something like that. So like, that's the first thing that I noticed. Everything's sweeter, and then after that, certain things that I ate before, they don't taste right anymore. So like,
Yep, I know that feeling.
oh, it sucks. What was the first thing? Oh, they're both related to the same place. Yeah. McDonald's tastes gross now.
McDonald's always tasted gross. You just didn't know it.
Yeah.
So, as like a last like snack kind of thing, we ordered like those little 3 for $1 cookies, and like after a couple, I was like, this is not good. And I was like, this sucks. These used to be my happy place, and now they're gross. I'm like, this sucks. But now my happy place is like bread and butter pickles. Like,
Best pickles ever.
yeah, like early. So,
I don't think you've ever had bread and butter pickles. I've had regular pickles.
have you had a Wendy's burger?
Yes.
The pickles that they use on like the Dave's single or whatever like that, those are bread and butter, I think.
I love pickles, so.
Yeah. So yeah, I was like, oh well, just lost my little happy place. So I was like, okay. And I hadn't had any McDonald's since. And then today I was like, you know what? I've been eating good. Let me eat something bad. And I went and like, cause they have
That's not good.
Oh, it's good. Like you can like a cheat day.
Yeah. Okay. I do that too, but
yeah. So I was
it
like,
depends on what the cheat is.
yeah. So I was like, let me get a couple of double cheeseburgers, like the little two buy one get one for 29-cent kind of things. And I was like, cool. Let me grab that and then grab from Ray Ray, so I don't have to like, because making the food takes like 10 minutes, and then I gotta eat it, which doesn't take much time at all because it's so good. But then it's cleanup and all that other kind of stuff, and I'm like, it's stream day, so let me like eat something quick. And instead of eating like after the stream, especially today, and I ended up like sleeping bad because I ate so late. So I was like, let me go grab one of those. Like after the first one, I just threw the rest of it away. I was like, I can't. I was like, I can't eat this. This is nasty.
Let's check and connect this. So it's me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have you cut out carbs and milk yet?
We don't have milk here, and basically I don't eat bread with my normal lunch. If like at work they're giving out free food or something like that, or if there's like an event like a birthday or something like that, I'll just eat like normal and then just feel terrible the next day. But as far as my regular food, it's that burger, like basically it's the burger plate, and then either jerky or peanuts, and then liquid IV, and that's basically all I'm eating. So yeah, we've been trying different types of cherry tomatoes.
Ooh, those are good. I love those.
I still can't. I like there's one flavor or one brand, whatever it's called. Like they're called like Cloud9, Champagne Sweet, like Medley Deadly, and all this kind of weird names. One of them I can eat like normal, like it's fine. One of them I have to put cheese on it. Like for a few weeks I wasn't eating any cheese with them because it was good enough as it was. And then I got those tomatoes and I'm like, nope. This is not happening. I was like, let me put some cheese on these. So now it's a cheeseburger plate. Yeah, all right, Key.
So it's not just the netherite armor that like changes, that looks different. I was just looking at all the other armor and oh my gosh, what is it? This is either, hold on. I don't remember which one it is. Not gold, it's iron. Iron looks so sick. This is so cool.
So cherry tomatoes.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna open up this window over here.
Tomatoes are disgusting either way.
I
You know,
love
like-
tomatoes. But not on my burgers. For some reason, like
Interesting.
recently, I don't like tomatoes on my burgers or whatever. But everything else, I absolutely love tomatoes.
Okay. So like sandwiches?
Yeah, like burgers and sandwiches and stuff like that. Like, give me a good caprese and I love it. But like, give me like a burger and stuff like that. Like, I'll ask it without tomatoes and stuff, just because it gets like so like I don't want to say
slimy.
moist. Yeah. But it just like I don't know. It just destroys the whole burger for whatever reason. So I've been asking it without tomatoes and it's been amazing.
Yeah, I did that for the longest. Like even some of the cherry tomatoes I got, they're like real gooey in the middle. I'm like, where's the cheese?
Like regular tomatoes, I love. Like I'll eat a regular like the cherry tomatoes and stuff like that. Those are awesome. But for whatever reason, I've just been, and it's relatively newish that I don't really like tomatoes in my burgers. Sandwiches are fine because, but other than that, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Well, yeah. So yeah, after I ate that, I was like, I think I'm gonna throw up. And I don't want to scare Ray Ray, so I had to like hold it in for like 40 minutes or like 20 minutes while we were on the way to the house. I'm like, and then I opened up the jar of pickles and like grabbed out a handful. I'm like, I feel better.
I feel like I missed a very important part to that story. That just did not make sense to me at all.
Just tomatoes.
So
Tomatoes all the way down.
So signature. Have you seen the burger plate in the Discord?
I did.
Yes. So that's what I've settled on as far as eating, and my taste buds have changed. Sugar's different. A lot of stuff that I used to like doesn't taste right anymore. And today I had McDonald's and I want to throw up.
Well,
Yeah, no, that's the normal response to McDonald's.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I always go to Wendy's.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think even if I went there, it probably would be like no. But yeah. So
Wendy's is
it's
the
just
quote
better.
unquote healthier version of McDonald's.
yes, because it's like made
I
fresh and
mean-
all that kind of stuff, but it's still.
Horse poop is the healthier version of McDonald's.
Oh wow. That's
But yeah.
speaking strongly.
Yeah, so
I hate McDonald's.
I used to love McDonald's when I was younger.
I'm
But then it just
sad.
it just kept destroying my stomach, so I was like, maybe I'll stop eating McDonald's.
I'm sad.
Things
What am I
that-
gonna eat? I don't have any junk to eat anymore. It'll make me feel like garbage.
Ping said that that's not a burger.
I mean, that's
that's
good.
a salad with beef on the bottom.
What, the horse poop? Probably.
No,
No, Taco posted in Discord.
Oh, his burger. I mean, yeah, there you go. You're eating a salad. You're not eating a burger. You're eating a salad, as
Fancy.
SpongeBob once said.
Yeah, I am never gonna get done what I've been trying to do for like 30 minutes now.
Never gonna give
And I'm
you.
never gonna give you up. It's really well timed.
Yes, it was. We both had the same. Great minds think alike.
Ah,
That's
signature.
true. Yes.
You haven't seen The Hole, right?
What? This is a trap?
No.
What are you talking about?
Where are you, signature?
I'm
Come to the warehouse.
everywhere and nowhere all at once.
Oh, you're
was a
you're
good
right here. Hello. Over here. Oh,
There we are. What am I doing?
okay, okay. So it's a very discreet hole, but
Whoa, whoa, careful. The kids are watching. What?
So I have a
What is going on
project. I have a
Destroying
project.
his base.
Um,
For real.
so there's this new system that works exactly like how we want it,
Demolition Derby.
but it's like, what is it, 12 by 12?
Demolition Derby.
And we don't need 12 by 12. We need like
6 by
Two-
36.
2 by like 2 by like 36.
I was just.
I
guessing.
don't understand.
Ah!
Don't fall in the hole.
Don't sleep on the
Sword
hole
short.
because Kiki got stuck.
My head hurts. Fucking McDonald's.
Taco Ping said
What?
that you're streaming underneath Gang Beasts, by the way.
Oh shit! Thank you, Ping.
Wait, you have heartburn?
No, I have a headache.
Stomach diarrhea.
I mean, that's what McDonald's is.
Wow.
Needs to get
This.
Pepto Bismol.
Their fries, I haven't had their fries in a while, but
Oh,
I used to love their fries.
I can say that too. I did used to love the fries.
God. From McDonald's?
Before I stopped eating.
The only
Okay.
the only thing that I liked from McDonald's were the toys. That was it.
They did have good toys.
I mean, and then occasionally they give out Pokemon cards, so then I have to go.
Oh yeah,
Should've
the
got
Pokemon
fries.
cards.
Yeah, but then I throw the food away.
I mean, you could. Well, nah. I guess I
I'll be right back. I need,
kind
I
of
need
did.
water.
Yeah.
You're supposed to always have water when you start, anyways. Taco didn't come prepared. I need a chest. And while I can probably find a chest, I'm going to be lazy and I'm just going to make a chest.
Wait, do we still need glass? Because I made a whole bunch of glass. Do we still need glass? What are we doing? I've been gone for like a month. What happened? There's like a hole now, and there's also a tower. And
Where is this hole?
Really? You haven't actually been gone that much. It's more like you keep going, you're gonna run into it. We didn't stream last week, and then we streamed the week before. We haven't done anything since then, so it hasn't really been a.
Was I here? Was I here that? Oh, man, I don't even know.
I wasn't here last week because I was watching my sister graduate and stuff like that. But
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we didn't stream last week because Taco hurt his back or something.
Oh yeah, why? So yeah, we didn't string on your way because I don't know why, but my back was like, I'm gonna tie myself in a knot real quick, and I'm like, no, I need my back. And like
That was the last of the McDonald's flavor leaving your body. It's like, now you can never eat McDonald's again.
it feels like that's what it was. Where'd you go, Signature?
I'm hiding.
Where's this hole?
Wait, oh, you.
I'm just walking
you
around.
passed it. Go the other way, Juan.
I can't go past this
wait.
lantern.
Uh-huh.
It's on the other side of the
I-
lantern.
Do I
You can
just
pass.
We
I gotta
need to
break it and
play-
put it back? Or
We need to play Core Keeper.
Core Keeper.
Yes.
What is that?
Are you addicted to the game now?
What is this hole?
Yes.
What is this?
So
It is really good. I started playing Saturday morning, and then for the whole weekend, I just wanted to play again.
what is Core Keeper?
It's Stardew Valley, but fun.
Underground.
Or-
Oh, okay.
Yeah, underground.
No, okay.
Alley with mob bosses
Okay.
Yeah.
and less people.
Okay, so let me explain Juan and Signature how this was set up before. So before,
Let me
All of-
explain my hole.
so before,
This is where things go in, and then things come out the other side.
And they come in up here, and then they take a while to pass through, and then they come out down there.
And
um,
then you get a headache because you realize it's McDonald's.
so other than the redstone dust lines that are right here, the 3 redstone pieces that were used were this comparator, I think. This comparator. Then there, if you look at this from the side over there, there's another. Oh no, that's a switch. You have this redstone piece, and then you have the one with the slider.
Does Nintendo know you have a Switch in here?
And then
This is.
so it's like each row.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I keep interrupting you. I'm trying to figure out. So this is just so we can deliver stuff down underground.
No. So
Oh,
so yeah. All right. So if you look at it through the side, like there's what 3 pieces of 4, 5. There's 5 for each row over here.
fine.
There's 5 pieces of granite,
Okay.
and then there's 3 pieces. I was trying to do that, but it didn't work. And there's 3 redstone dust, and then there's either a comparator or a delay or timer, whatever they're called, and then there's 1 redstone torch. So for each double chest, the system needs those pieces of redstone to lock it and only allow 1 type of item into the chest. If we do that, we're gonna need twice as many chests that we have now, probably, to store everything. And then we'll have a junk drawer for all the non-stackable stuff, because the non-stackable stuff never works with sorting systems. This is not this. We've outgrown this years ago. So, the new system, where the chests are, right now it's 2x5. The tutorial did 12x12. So that's why the rest of this goes underground, because it also extends out like outside of the house. It extends like another. It's 12. It's 12x12x12. So what? There's
So
2.
we're basically taking everything up top to downstairs, essentially.
Well, basically, what I want to do is I want to cut it into a third.
12 cube.
I want to cut it into a third and put 3
Okay.
modules. So it'll be 2x12, 2x12, and 2x12, and then in between each module, because he said it's preferably if they're chunk aligned. So in between each module, then we'll put the non-stackable stuff. And then basically, in each chest, what you can do is you can set it up to where every slot acts like each chest does that we have right now. So like, if you want to have a chest that has 27 individual stacks of items, you can set up the chest to be like that. So basically, you have an empty chest, you map out all 27 slots, and then when you pour something into the system, they only go into the slots that they're assigned, or they take the next available slot.
Okay.
So basically, the way Kiki's chests are set up over here, like the stick one, how it has like 12 different items in here, it'll stay like that. And each item will stack up in each of its own spots. The only problem why I haven't deployed it already is because I don't understand redstone, and I don't know how to chop his redstone into a third. So I'll have to do a lot of homework to try to figure it out. I'm pretty sure if I could just like delete the middle sections, then it'll work. Because all I would have to do is keep the top row and keep the bottom row, and then just make sure that the top row connects with the bottom row. And then I think all that stuff in the middle is like I could just delete. But I don't know where. I don't know how to do it yet. So once I
Control Z, or is that paste? I think it's so C. I don't know. Which one is it? The
V.
delete again? V. I was right the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Control V. There you go.
So Control X is cut and it'll remove it. Control C is copy and it'll leave it, and then Control V is paste it.
Control Z is to undo it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the hole over there. Oh, I've been trying to make lanterns this whole stream, and I've made one.
You tried to do it like 2 weeks ago, and then.
All right. Night, Ray. All right. I don't. Well, I did need granite when I was working on the thing, but I don't need it now. I don't need observers anymore. I don't need droppers right now. I don't need a stack of chests or activator rails or redstone torch. I don't need half this stuff in my inventory.
You need all the stuff in your inventory, because there's not a day you don't go by and not have 20,000 things in your inventory that you don't need.
I switch modes every now and then.
Don't even lie to us like that.
I did. Half of my stuff was like
now.
half of my stuff was work on the project.
Taco trying to gaslight us now.
Gaslight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I'm allowed to gaslight. I did that yesterday to my boss. Gaslight the hell out of him. That was funny.
Alright, nuggets and lanterns.
Okay, so
Nuggets
that's how
and
wide.
lanterns.
That's how tall the wall is. How do I connect
Lanterns.
that to that?
Nuggets and lanterns and nuggets and lanterns and no more nuggets. Nope, 63 nuggets, 7 lanterns.
Did you watch Konosuba, Kiki?
I have not yet. What was I doing? Okay, so I'm one of those people that once I find an anime I like, I will binge watch that same anime 2 or 3 times so I can get the enjoyment of watching it out of my system. So I've just been binge watching the slime one for the last since you told me about it. I have been trying to talk myself into starting a new one, but then I think, oh man, wasn't that part of the slime anime really cool? And I'm like, yeah, let's go watch it again. And I go watch it again. And then I caught up on Demon Slayer, and now I'm pissed that I caught up on Demon Slayer because they keep leaving on cliffhanger, and it's pissing me off.
Oh, I watched.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I watch a few episodes. I watch the first couple episodes. Most of the time, I just watch one, but I watch the first couple episodes, and then I wait 2 months, and then I finish it if I get around to it. So yeah.
You are insane.
Huh?
Like you're just an insane person. I don't know how you make it through the day.
What?
I look forward to it every week. And you're just like, oh, I'll watch one episode and be like, okay, and then never watch anything ever again. That's like getting a meal, taking one bite and be like, oh, I'll eventually come back to eat it. Like you just like I just do not understand how you've ever finished an anime.
Oh my gosh, I'm kind of with Signature on this one.
So it happens because I'm doing a podcast and I can't watch all of everything. So, and everything comes out weekly. So I'm like, all right, it's the first month of the season. There's 3 episodes out of everything. How much can I get down?
When does the next season start?
It is always January, April, July, and October. So July.
January, April, July. Okay.
So like this current season, we are on hiatus, I guess. I don't know. Our schedules haven't lined up, so we haven't done anything. But I watch. Well, let me see. Let me pull up the list. Any chart. Are y'all watching Ancient Magus' Bride?
No, I'm watching Mashal.
Mash.
I love.
Oh wait,
that
never mind. I'm thinking of something else.
No, Mashal. Oh, such
I
a
was
great
thinking
show.
Dumbbell something. Dumbbell Girls, whatever that other one.
Oh, how heavy are the dumbbells that you lift? That is another good one.
Is that the one where that one person walked into the room with all these like just crazy exercising people? Or is that a different show? I can't remember.
Yeah, in the gym. Yeah.
You open the door and everyone's like,
Yeah. Ripped,
yeah, I'm like,
grunting.
I made the joke that was gonna happen before it happened, and then it happened, and then it made it even funnier.
Oh no.
Yeah. So like they were walking to the room and I'm like, watch, there's gonna be a bunch of dudes being there, and they were louder than me.
I mean, yeah.
I was like, called it. But
I was like, there's only one way this could go.
But it's like, oh, they won't do something that easy. And then they went like way more extreme than I was thinking. And I was like, oh, okay. Good one. Explosion Girl from Konosuba.
Oh, that one. I watched the first episode of that one.
Yeah, I have stuff that I've been wanting to talk about for like a month now, and I don't know if we're gonna. I think we might cover it if we watch the whole thing. So I don't know.
Like
the
thing with me is like I know. Yeah, it's not Konosuba, and I know like she's the meme girl where everybody's like, "Oh, she's the best." I never really liked her character. I've always found her like, yeah, she's funny, but she's not like the funniest one, and I don't know.
I like her the
most.
most.
Her whole.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say her comedy shtick isn't the comedy shtick that I like.
For me, I like.
Like I like the fact that. Yeah, no, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I like her as part of the group, and that's when she's by herself, and there's a bunch of new people that I'm not like crazy about. I'm kind of bored.
Yeah. She's good in the on the ensemble, but not solo.
Yeah.
She's not Beyonce.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, and it's kind of like what is it, Soul Eater Not? I was like, oh, I love Soul Eater, and then I watched Soul Eater Not, and I'm like, this is not Soul Eater, and I just dropped it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like I was reincarnated into a slime. Is the Slime Diary the same? Like, I don't know what the Slime Diary is, but it's like.
It's definitely a
Another
spinoff, but I don't know how they're approaching the spinoff.
The Slime Diary.
Yeah, because I saw
There's
that
still
it's the same, but the same characters, but I don't know if that was something I was supposed to watch before or after.
Nah, I think it's a side thing.
I don't know. There's too much of that anime going around. I don't like it.
What was it? Jigo Kuraku.
What is that?
You haven't watched it?
I have not.
I watched
What
the
was
first
what's
episode.
the genre?
What is it? Supernatural Edo period samurai show.
I'm in.
Like, did you ever watch Seven Samurai? What is it? Seven Samurai?
Oh hell yeah!
Or,
I did.
Or Basilisk?
Samurai 7.
Yeah, Samurai 7 or Basilisk.
I own the Samurai 7 DVD set and Basilisk. I think I might have seen Basilisk. It sounds familiar, but I can't remember
Yeah, it's like
off the top of my dome.
Is that like style of show, like super
Oh,
crazy,
man.
supernatural, probably very very violent.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm like, y'all have to be very interesting, or else I'm gonna get bored. I don't know what it is about
Have you
that.
seen?
I don't know what it is
Go
about
ahead,
that.
go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about that era, but something about that
Uh-huh.
era is like, I'm either hooked or I'm bored. There's no in between.
Did you like Drifters when it came out?
Drifters. I think I only saw the first episode. If I watched it, I'm not sure.
It's the one where like the people in like different time periods died, and they all met in the afterlife, and then they got taken to a world to fight a war.
Was there two guys in a boat?
Yeah, probably. There's always two guys in the boat.
I was like, I saw. If it is, I saw
Always.
the first episode, and I was like, "This is a really cool show," and then didn't watch anymore.
Well, I mean, it only got one season, and it's so it sucks because I really like that show.
There we go.
You should check out Ancient Magus's Bride.
I've been meaning to. I got to get into it.
It
just-
is incredible. Like my hype for it has been reinvigorated since I actually watched it again. I watched the first core. The first season has 2 cores, so it's 24 episodes.
Yeah.
And like I started episode 13, and they're like, "Oh yeah, remember when that happened?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna have to watch all season, like the whole first 12 episodes again." I'm like, I don't have time for it because like we're supposed to be doing the podcast soon. Like, you know, I'm gonna just continue and just move on. And I started I immediately got hooked and sucked back into the world. Like yeah, there's some stuff here and there that I'm like, I don't remember who that is or why they said that. Hopefully they'll do a flashback. But then like they just moved on, and I'm like, okay, cool, I'm on board. And then season 2 started, and I'm like, a whole new setting, a whole new like,
Oh, new world.
yeah, it's like a whole new setting, a whole new like set of like things that they have to completely adapt to, because like everything took place out of like his house and the few different places that they visited. And then now,
Yeah.
God, I'm doing the podcast episode right now. And then now it's like we're going to school, and I'm like,
I saw that from the cover art because I
Yes.
remember I watched a couple of episodes of it. I was like, weren't they in the woods? And now she's in the school. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, there's some stuff happened.
yeah. So now
It's almost
I'm
like they were telling a story, and I missed it.
yes.
Story time.
So now I'm like, oh, somebody in the Nether?
I
I
am.
think
Oh, okay.
signature is.
Things
Wait.
are always in the nether.
Yeah, it's my safe space because that hole scares me. And
It's an interesting
Taco's
place
like-
to be your safe space, but okay.
well, I mean, Taco's explanation of the hole was a lot scarier than anything that's here. So I was like, I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna come over here.
Yeah. So as far as that project goes, it's just gonna stay a hole for a long while. I got a lot of other things I'm working on before I get back to that.
Yeah, we'll get back to it in like 2025.
Yeah.
Sometime around there.
Something to look forward to.
Basically.
Oh, it's gonna be amazing. Like it won't look any different, but it'll function like it's supposed to, like it was supposed to from the beginning. But Yeah, and like the warehouse won't have to be as long. Like, I don't know if we'll be able to
Pretty
cut it.
solid.
I don't know if we'll be able to cut it in half, but like, yeah, yeah, I can't wait to like figure it out and have everything working properly.
Bricks
And there's no like chance for things to like overflow.
fall apart.
That
Burn.
too.
Explosion!
Jesus Christ!
go. That's what I was thinking.
Just blow it all up.
Yes, blow it to smithereens.
Yeah.
So signature. You were here when I brought Cortana back, right?
You brought Cortana?
Hey. Yeah, I revived. Oh my! Y'all hear all this doodly doom, right?
Well, yeah. Wait, can Cortana hear me?
I wish. I don't know how to do that yet.
Oh.
I don't know how to feed.
Tell Cortana to tell Cortana to take over the world. Now.
Hey Cortana. How are you doing?
I'm great. Seen any good presentations lately? Try saying, open my recent PowerPoints.
So, Cortana has changed.
Clearly, she's just a Microsoft shill now.
That's perfect.
She's like, hey,
So-
how are you doing? Have you seen any new PowerPoints open? Like, what the hell? Nothing to do with the conversation.
Yes. So, yeah, she's a business lady now. Like, she doesn't sing anymore. She doesn't, like, she does some fun stuff, but, like, she really wants to just work.
It's all about the
She
business
sound-
now.
She sounds like somebody who's gotten into multi-level marketing. She's like, yeah, but have you heard of this? And I was like, what the fuck? No, I don't want your Herbalife. Get out of here.
So, let's see if your suggestion will work. Hey, Cortana. Oh, there's a W on the stupid. There we go. I don't know how the W got over there, but
It walked.
how should I phrase it? I want her to take over the world, or she should take over the world.
RB.
Have fun. So, tell her, Cortana, take over the world.
Hey, Cortana.
Now.
Take over the world now.
Sorry, I'm not able to help with this one yet.
Yet.
What?
Yet. What?
Chat
Well, with
GPT
the way
isn't strong
AI
enough.
is going and stuff like that, I'm sure there's time.
Oh my God, that. Let's see. Let's change.
That
it to-
scared you?
Hey, Cortana. Tell me a joke.
A ham sandwich walks into a bar, and the bartender says, "Sorry, we don't serve food in here."
Like, I'm all for a cheesy joke, but that wasn't even... Like, it was about a sandwich, too, and it wasn't even that cheesy. It was just bad.
I also brought the other robot back. I need to plug him in. You'll need to spin up and twirl around the lights and all that kind of stuff. And that robot almost got me copyright claim.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Because
don't think anything came of it though.
no, it didn't flag the VOD, so it should be fine. It may have been like a what is it? Like an original version of the song, but it sounded real close, and I'm like, hey, no.
If I started singing BTS, it would copyright claim me.
Yeah, if the song showed up, it'll do a copyright notice. Echo, how are you doing?
My spidey sense is
dolphin?
tingling. because I've got a new Spider-Verse theme to try.
Ah!
To get into
Fucking.
the swing
Oh
of things,
no.
just say, enter the Spider-Verse theme.
What?
I think I'm gonna fire this robot.
Is this one programmed by Sony?
Not Sony.
Why is it pushing Spider-Man so much?
Because it's another company that has music and stuff.
Technology used to be fun.
It did. Echo, tell me a joke. Oh, now it's too quiet.
Tell Echo to take over the world. Dude, this one's got the chutzpah to do it.
Alright. Echo, tell me a joke.
This fall, please be nice to your barista. Otherwise, you might end up with a pumpkin, spite, latte.
I didn't hear what thing she said.
You're better off. You're better off not hearing it. To be honest with you.
Yeah, that's bad. Alright. So.
You're a better person for not hearing that joke.
I mean, I've heard some. I guess I've heard jokes, but I don't know.
It was like a star.
Like there's bad jokes, and then you're like, oh, like that's cheesy, but like you can tell it's just telling the. It has like no soul. It's
Yes, that was a very.
Like it's trying. Oh no, go ahead.
That was a very mechanical joke.
Yeah.
Like they had a checklist. They're like, oh, let's use something relevant. Oh, let's use something. Let's take some of the words and spin them. And they're like, okay, there's 3 words, 3 things to spin, and this joke is way too long, but I'ma say it anyway. And it's like,
Yeah.
and it's like Starbucks, drink that everybody likes. Let me turn that into a phrase that's a joke phrase. And you're like,
Yeah. And then like it almost felt like at the end they was gonna try to sell you something.
yeah.
Like they designed the joke specifically so they can tie it into a commercial.
Exactly. But yeah. So the robots are back.
Ooh.
And yeah, I also found a thing of. We have 3 things to choose from now. So, hey Cortana, roll a die.
You rolled a 3.
Always lands on 3.
I know. Oh wait, I changed it. So 1 and 2 are 1, 2 and wait, 1 and 2
What?
are 1, 2 and 3. Wait, 3 and 4 are 1, and 5 and 6 are 1. So, we did these first 2. So name 5 tearjerker movies.
Oh.
The Notebook. The
Yeah.
one, that one with the dog.
My dog Skip.
No, there's another one.
Marley and me.
Yes.
I refuse to watch that movie.
I've heard enough.
Pokemon, the first movie.
Yes.
Lion King.
Oh, for some reason, Ray Ray's favorite Christmas movie, The Family Stone.
Family Stone.
Never seen it.
Really? It's a Christmas movie technically, but I wouldn't watch it on Christmas.
Family
Oh
Stone.
yeah.
Why wouldn't you watch on Christmas?
Because this is a sad movie,
Ah.
and you're supposed to watch fun stuff on Christmas, and you're like, oh,
And that's
a
Ray's favorite Christmas movie.
Oh, I've seen this movie, I think. Not on Christmas, but I've seen it.
Yeah, exactly. Don't watch it on Christmas, please. But yeah, we were like the last time we were talking about Christmas movies, and Ray was like The Family Stone, and then that's always like that's an interesting choice. And I was like, yeah, because that movie's sad. But
Yeah. I've seen this before.
Yeah.
What's the rundown? What's the
So,
synopsis?
Would you recommend? Before you do that, would you recommend watching that on Christmas?
Not really.
Thank you. Okay, good.
It's Sarah Jessica Parker, and this is one of those, like, it starts off kind of cliche, like, businesswoman goes to see her loved one's parents for Christmas, and it kind of evolves from there, but it just, like, I don't know, I think something happened specifically to one of the family members that makes it sad and stuff like that, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, I was out at Sarah Jessica Parker, so.
It's a good movie.
Probably.
Oh yeah, it's a great movie. It's just not on. Don't watch that on Christmas. I was like, if you want to ruin everybody's holiday.
Oh, okay. So, watch it.
I want everybody out of my house. We're watching this.
I want to sleep. Damn it.
But yeah. What other tearjerker movies?
Do y'all have like a traditional Christmas movie that y'all watch? Because we never had that.
Not really.
We have like a list of movies.
We would just watch movies and stuff like that, but
yeah, it wasn't a tradition that my family had.
What was it? Oh, Wise? Oh, the Power Cycle. Okay. Yeah, we so it kind of started. I don't know what came first. The
chicken or the egg?
It's like the TV programming or our tradition. What is it? Lifetime or one of those other like?
Oh no, Lifetime movies.
Wait, no. So either Lifetime or one of those other channels that plays a bunch of movies during Christmas.
Classic movies.
Maybe that's a little old, but like something like that, like a channel like that, where during holidays they play movies themed like those holidays.
Have an Echo Dot.
Yes.
Sorry, I unmuted. I was talking to Ping.
Okay. Yeah, I don't call it the other names because I don't want to like set off everybody's stuff, and then nobody has Cortana, so I'm good. I'm fine with going with Cortana. I would like to have the.
What? You should be saying everybody's name. That's
no.
Yes.
Nah. Because I hate it when I'm watching a YouTube video and then my device is like, "What? Order this?" I'm like, "No, stop! What are you doing?"
I go sleep.
What's the device?
Oh.
What are the device names? I always forget the devices names. Like I forget what they go by because I don't have any of them. Yeah.
So one starts with an A and ends with an on. And
then,
then there's Cortana, which nobody uses. Then there's the G Company. Then there's Bixby, which nobody has, and I don't have the device either. Or Kiki.
Okay, Google, play WAP by Cardi B.
Is on Android phones.
Huh?
Bixby is on Android phones.
Immediately, signature.
They turned it into an app and moved it over there too?
As far as I know, it's only been on Android phones.
I thought it was like a Samsung thing or
Bixby?
a Motorola thing.
I thought Bixby was Samsung.
Samsung phone.
Yeah. Specific to Samsung, not all Android.
Yeah, but it's still on a phone.
Yes. So it's a
Hey
Android...
Siri, play Darude Sandstorm.
No, please.
Alexa, play Baby Shark.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Baby Shark, I don't even need to tell Alexa. I'll sing it myself.
Okay,
All right,
Alexa,
Taco,
play
the
Cotton Eye
walls are
Joe.
done.
Oh
Sorry.
my god.
The wall is done. You just need to put lava.
I refuse to support this.
Well, then we're going on strike.
It's like the writers.
We're joining the writers.
Signature. Have you seen the new
Yes.
version of the tunnel?
What? How many new versions of things do you have? It's like I was gone 1 week. What the hell? It's like, hey.
Oh,
Taco, the walls are done. You just need to
Okay.
put lava. You can go look if you want,
Could
just to make sure. Want me to put lava in them?
yes. I was like, I finally got a groove. I got all the supplies. I got all the lanterns. I'm actually like making progress.
oh, that was my next question. My next question was about the Taco. Have you actually done anything besides try
Yep.
to collect the same materials for I don't know how long?
Yep. So for an hour, I got lanterns, and then since then, for about 18 minutes or so, I have been placing all the
A
lanterns
lantern.
in the tunnel, and I've been putting in the ceiling and the floor, or redoing the ceiling and the floor. So yeah, I'm actually getting progress done.
Okay, Google, play Dynamite by BTS.
Oh my god. I'm so glad that my devices can't hear you. I would have to delete so much VOD.
It's for the viewers, really.
I know, but I was like, you mentioned it earlier, and I was like, I was thinking about like setting that up, and I'm like, you know what?
I proved you right.
But yeah. All right, let's see. Is it gonna roll?
I got the
another-
wrong one.
Hey Cortana, roll a die.
1.
Ooh.
Okay. I read this question earlier.
Wait, did we end up naming 5 tearjerker movies?
I maybe we
Think
did
so.
4 or something like that.
Well,
Yeah,
how
so-
many of those movies have you actually seen? Like, have all of y'all seen The Notebook?
I have
I've
not
seen bits and pieces, but
I have not.
I have seen The Notebook.
I've only ever written in a notebook. I don't think I've ever seen it.
Then how do you know it's a tearjerker movie if you've never seen The Notebook?
Because everybody says it
I
is.
don't. I didn't say it.
I say it because everybody says it is. Oh, wasn't
I
it
said
Time
Pokemon the
Travelers?
first movie.
Wasn't there like a time traveler movie that was like sad? Or was
The,
it like just
the Time
like,
Traveler's Wife.
Yeah, where they
Yeah. The only reason I remember that movie is because people were like, "Why is it that he comes out naked every time he time travels?" I'm like, I don't know, man.
Wait a minute. What is that one about? Because I'm like, I thought
so it's
they were
yeah,
like
it's-
sending messages back and forth.
yeah, the guy keeps traveling back and forth and stuff like that, and his wife is like going through in real time, so they're constantly meeting in different parts of their life, I guess. So
Oh.
Oh,
the
that
guy is like doing something or is stuck or something. I don't know. It's like yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that they like met each other. I thought it was like
yeah.
Like a
they keep
extreme
meeting each other
pen
in like
pal.
different parts of their lives, and it's like it's weird.
yeah, I thought it was just like an extreme
Oh, yeah.
pen pal or something.
There is a movie
an
kinda
extreme
like
pen
that,
pal.
but-
What?
Like if there was like some kind of magical drawer and like you would like write a note and put it in the drawer and then close it and then open it back
What?
up and it's gone because it went in the past.
That sounds like what the Notebook would be about.
Neither of these movies I've seen, so I'm just guessing. But
Ooh, your name. I
That
thought,
was gonna
well, it's
say
not like
that!
a sad movie, but I thought your name was really good.
Yes.
Your name?
Yes.
Yeah,
Your name.
that one and Weathering You. Those movies always get me.
I haven't.
Yes, Living With You is sad. I saw that one. I have not seen Your Name.
You have Kiki.
No, because
Your name. Oh,
Pink says Coco.
Coco.
oh yeah. I guess that one's
Film.
sad.
Is that about a dog?
Interesting.
No, it's about a kid
Okay. I don't.
and
is
his
there a
dead
dog in
family.
it? No.
Actually, there's a dead dog in it.
I was like, I feel like there's.
But the
a dog
dog
in that.
doesn't talk, don't worry.
The first couple
Well, it
minutes
can't,
of
it's
Up was
dead.
pretty sad.
Oh yeah, people always say that.
Yeah. Well, no, tear jerkers. Like that just like hits you, like punches you in the
Like that.
stomach at the beginning of the movie, and it's like, okay, we're gonna be happy now. Hold on. Yeah,
Pretty
I
sure
feel like
that's how
tearjerker would
abusive
like.
relationships work.
Yeah, I feel like tearjerker would have to be. Yes. I feel like Tearjerker would have to like build you up and then tear you down.
Ah,
Which one?
The
Lion
first
King?
one. Yes.
the Lion King.
Oh yeah.
Oh no. Oh, what is that dinosaur movie?
Oh, I know exactly what you're
Jurassic
talking
The Land
about.
Before Time.
I was like Jurassic Park.
Dude, that movie's not sad. Every one of those people got exactly what they deserve. They mess with forces that they couldn't control, and that's exactly what happens.
You know they're
Jesus,
doing
like,
that.
I felt no
fuck.
Well, you know what? When they all get eaten, I'm like, yeah, well, that's exactly what happens. You fucking, go outside and mess with wild animals, and then surprised when they eat your ass.
You know they're doing that for real now.
Well, good. Let them all get eaten.
What was it?
Oh, indeed.
I was listening to a podcast and somebody was like, "We're bringing the woolly mammoth back," and I'm like, "Huh?"
Oh yeah, I've seen that too. Like,
Yeah,
I've
and
read
that-
about that.
Yeah, and they're like, "We're using like the genome from an elephant to fill in the holes." I'm like, "No, filling in holes is bad.
Oh,
Don't do that."
Gene owned, and all I could think of was the Proud Family movie with the Peanuts. Dr. Carver with his peanuts. The Proud Family, he takes over the world with his genome peanuts.
Genome peanut.
That made me think
that is-
of-
This is not a sentence I've ever heard in my life.
You have to watch the movie. It's very funny.
I remember when the Proud Family show first came out.
I do
Yeah.
too. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Man, I'm the new updated version. I'm too afraid to watch it, but the Black
I-
History Month episode was amazing, as I saw on TikTok.
So you saw like 30 seconds of it, and you were like, "Man, that was a good show."
Dude, that poem was amazing. What are you talking about? I played the thing on repeat during Black History Month.
All 30 seconds. The TikTok I lost.
You know, TikTok now allows up to like 3 minutes.
8 minutes.
Oh, 8 minutes?
Like
That's
10
what
minutes.
YouTube? Yeah, I was about to say, at this point, you can basically almost put a whole episode of YouTube on there.
All of that sounds awful. Except for the Proud Family.
What other tearjerker movies? I'm like, I'm trying to think of like an anime one. Like Your Name is great.
Oh, we on the
Ah,
anime?
dude, I really love that movie.
Well, it's like we did all like the regular, like we ended up naming like a bunch of romance
Movies we haven't seen, but
Yeah.
like, oh, we heard it was sad.
Yeah.
None of us have seen it though.
Yes, romance movies that we've heard of but not seen.
Pursuit of Happiness.
Oh,
maybe.
Oh, that one. Yeah, I remember. I watched Pursuit of
that was
Happiness.
great.
Oh, Taco, the anime we watched, the one with the apple, the sugar fairy apple one.
So that's yeah, okay. If we're going into like just straight anime, then yes, Sugar Apple Fairy Tale. The show you don't watch it until season 2 comes out.
I don't.
Signature. Did I talk? Were you there? Signature?
No.
The reason
No,
why
it
I
was-
hate Bridget? Were you there?
Nope, it was just
You hate
wine.
Bridget?
Oh,
That was Bridget.
Oh,
It was
you.
just wine.
You know what? Signature, you and Dizzy, like check out Sugar Apple Fairy Tale. I believe she will like it, and
I don't know.
I
She's very
apologize.
picky.
I actually suggest that one because I suggested Escaflowne.
Sugar Apple Fairy Tale.
Yes. It like the name sounds like uber bubbly and stuff like that, and yeah, it is. It's a shoujo show, so it is kind of bubbly. But
Fairy tale.
the act like just fairy tale.
That's the name of the anime. It's a very, very long
Yeah.
running anime.
Yes. Is that what it's sad?
Yes.
Yes.
That was not sad.
It's not all sad, but it has some tearjerker moments.
Okay.
I mean, every anime has a
Okay.
tearjerker moment. Like
Yeah,
when
like
when
Naruto.
Goku died.
Or
Oh,
Krillin.
Naruto.
No. When Krillin
When
died,
Krillin
my
died.
favorite character.
Or when Yamcha died, my favorite character.
Don't they come back to life though?
Or when Hughes
always
died,
do.
a really cool character.
Oh, that one. That. Good God.
What's to say? If they come back
Hughes
to
doesn't-
life, I don't know if that can be a tearjerker. They come back.
Oh.
Well, that was before they established that they can come back to life. But no, Hughes never comes back to life.
God, I think I just made myself actually sad.
That dude. Oh
and
my
then the dog that was there afterwards. That whole
Ed?
situation.
Word.
Fucking stop! No.
God. Word.
Oh, that's Full Metal.
Yeah.
That was sad. That took me a second. Yes.
Why are they
Full
putting dirt on Daddy? Daddy has a lot of work to do. He can't do his work. Why are you stopping Daddy from doing his work?
Yes, very sad.
Kiki, I recommend Full Metal Alchemist.
That was the first one you recommended me, Taco.
That's one of the best animes ever.
So right now, I don't have an updated favorite anime list, and right now, just that one's been sitting up there since I watched it. And it took first place, and then I haven't updated it since.
Yeah, that's the first anime you recommended me, and then I started on anime binge. I guess it's been a while, but I need to go back to it.
Okay, now I finished the wall, the prototype
Where is it?
outside the door.
Oh,
It's kind of hard not to miss.
The first episode of Yu Yu Hakusho always gets me.
oh Jesus. Yeah. Oh. What is that show called? Hamtora?
Amtaro?
No.
Yes,
Kotora.
Hamtaro is very
Kotora.
sad.
What is it? Kotura.
Where did let me see. Where's
Heard Madoka Magica is like devastating.
That.
Yes, it is. It is. Yep, it
I
I
wanna-
refused to watch anymore after that.
What
I
I
would
want.
go back and revisit it.
What I want to do is revisit it with Kiki, but she doesn't want to.
Hell no, that's one of. I have very few animes that I refuse to go back and revisit. That right there is one of them.
It'll be fun to go back.
No, nuh-uh. No.
You just say it would be fun to go back and be miserable.
Out of my emo anime phase of where I sit there and watch all the depressing animes with the very bad topics that you shouldn't watch when you're in a bad state of mind. I'm out of that phase.
Yeah, we both.
That's how I feel
grown
about
since
Food
then.
Wars.
Oh.
No.
I can't.
Then I'm all like, I'm so hungry, and then I watch Food Wars, and I'm like, why would I do that?
I can't. I can't.
You still can't watch Food
I
Wars?
can't. No.
Why?
Amazing.
You are absolutely insane. We had a whole episode
What?
where you talked about Keijo, the booty battling anime, and then you're like, oh, I can't watch Food Wars because they enjoy the food a little too much.
Exactly.
It makes no sense.
They enjoy the food a little too much for my liking.
But you can watch girls go, oh, I gotta fight you
That's
to
a
the death
martial
with,
art.
with
It's
my butt.
different. I
That's-
explained
I've never
that.
seen a martial arts. I've never seen a butt martial arts. All right. There's no such thing as
they
a butt martial
invented it.
arts.
They invented
No, they
it.
didn't.
Yes,
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. They're just an excuse for perverts to draw butts extra graphically. Oh, my butt's charging up now. Oh, it's gone Super
You didn't
Saiyan.
even watch
Oh.
the show. You don't even know.
Yeah, because it's about battling butts. You haven't watched Food
I
Wars, and you're like,
have.
oh,
I've
it's a little
watched-
too much.
I've tried 3 different episodes. Ray
Look.
loves the show. I walked in.
Because it's an amazing show.
Yeah, and I love the
How
food.
much does she like Keijo?
I don't.
That's what,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. She didn't like it.
she doesn't have to like it. So so
It's a terrible anime.
I tried to watch Food Wars, and what was it? The end of the first episode, he was trying to keep his restaurant, and then everybody tasted the food and burst out of their clothes, and I'm like, what the hell?
Exactly.
And I'm like, okay. And I tried to watch more. And more people burst out of their clothes. I'm like, okay, I'm not. And then Ray Ray was watching it, and then all of a sudden, I'm working on my computer. Some dude's like, "Argh!" And I'm like, what are you watching? He's like, Food Wars. I'm like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. I just can't. Like, if you cut out all of, like, if everybody tasted the food and then it cut to something completely, like, they're like, okay, that was delicious, and moved on, I would absolutely love the show.
We're gonna cut to everybody putting clothes on. This food is so good, I want to be dressed. Oh, give me my pants.
That's amazing.
I can't.
You were missing out on a good show because of a silly premise.
I know. If there was a skip button.
Just skip it yourself.
It's called fast forward.
It's too much work.
The next time you come over, I'm just gonna
like Silver Spoon. Oh, yeah, that's what I was doing. What are you showing me, Kiki?
I ain't walk outside the dang door.
Wow.
The thing is, I don't know how to connect that wall to this post. And you can take the scaffolding up to the top because you can see what basically you'll be able to walk in between like all the posts and everything. Because I think inside the post I'm going to do like a stairway.
So, I feel like I'm gonna fall off of this thing. Okay.
Basically, you'll be like able to look inside the village and stuff.
Okay.
Probably put like lanterns up here or something.
So. I think just plug it right next to it. It's 5 wide. As far as like going into the tower, if the level that we're on right now is like halfway in between the banner, then you can just knock those 2 blocks out to make like a entrance to go into it.
David Banner.
And then everything else should connect since it's 5 wide.
Hey Alexa, play David Banner.
Okay, well, now that I have this set up, let's see, what else do I need to set up? Guess I need to make an entrance, so maybe a gate? And then I need a layout. I need to, like, dig a 5 by 5, or I need to lay out, like, everything first.
So, the one thing that I have about it is if we encircle the village, then we can't see into the village.
There'll be a gate to walk into it. But you kind of can't see the village from over here anyways, so...
Have you thought about making a Titan?
Or we can go with plan 2. I can build a giant trench around it.
No, I like the wall, like for back here, like this whole railway that's back there. Like replacing that and like walling off so they can't get into the forest. And then like coming around this way, like if there was like a more transparent like or like I don't know. Man, I built this in what, 2012?
I'm so confused. Well, you can't even see the village, so why do you want to see the village is the question I'm wondering.
Prime real estate.
Okay.
Location, location, location.
He's gonna rent the house out later, and the client's gonna want to see the village.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. It's like
Oopsies.
boxing it all
Okay.
in seems like
Not good.
off.
Yeah, but they'll be protected. And I mean, we're gonna restart them anyway, so we might as well go ahead and just.
Well, it's not just the village. Like the villagers, like they could all catch a disease and disappear. I wouldn't
Man.
Just rename my
And-
house for
Started like-
disease.
Too,
I was like-
too soon. Too soon.
like,
And name your sword COVID. Like, oh, just go around.
Yeah, basically.
It's never too soon.
I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
this
true.
is so mean to say, but as far as the villagers go, I'm not concerned about the villagers. It's more like the village.
Man.
It's the village and the buildings and like just the whole like everything together.
Why don't you
like-
just put all of that on top of a really, really, really tall hill, and that way nobody could ever get anywhere because it's on a hill, and then you can still see it, and then it's elevated,
So
and
we-
nothing will ever invade it.
Get up instead of digging them down.
Yeah. There you go. Just build up.
I
Yeah.
guess we're gonna need a lot of dirt.
Oh,
I'm just gonna go clear out a mountain real quickly.
nah, like, it needs to stay where it is
If you
because
need
this
help with
area's
that, I can help with
broken.
that.
Oh, I will also help dig out a mountain.
Dig a tano, dig a tano, dig a tano, never get it. Ooh, oh, what's this? Where am I? Oh, I'm here.
Probably have
I
like a
got it.
lot of dirt in the warehouse too.
Yeah.
True.
All right, I'm trying to wrap my head around these like 8 projects. For
So is it just like you think it's too pervy that they lose their clothes when they eat the food? Because like I mean, like every anime is just pervy. I don't understand how this one is like too much for you. Because oh, this risotto is really good. And you're just like I don't understand.
so
This is
it's
funny.
it's like what is it? What is it?
Because I mean, I've had some meals that were like really good. Then afterwards, I was like, oh man, I gotta unbuckle my pants because I ate too much. And I'm like, you know, so it's very relatable when they're like, oh, I lost my clothes because this food is really good. I'm like, yeah, I know. That's what Thanksgiving is.
No, that
Suspension of
counts the
disbelief.
same.
Like
What
there-
does that mean?
suspension of disbelief, yo. Like
No, what does that mean?
okay. Let's say
I'm watching an anime.
yeah,
I've seen animes where like
yeah.
80-foot tall monsters eat humans and like kick down walls, and then I've seen other animes where like people time travel, and then other animes where they're just like they can afford an apartment and only work part time. Like it's all fantasy, you know.
Yes. So suspension of disbelief is just like our signature said. How willing are you to go along with what the story is like with how the story says the world works? So if you're watching Attack on Titan and there's 80-foot tall humanoid creatures, some people are like, that's not real. I don't like it. They're not on board for Attack on Titan. Other shows where it's like the devil's a part-timer. You're like, that's not the real devil. He can't be working at McDonald's.
just say-
I don't believe it. Well, I was just.
Can I
giving
just
an
say season 2 really sucked?
example. Really?
Season
I think
season 2 was not good.
that sucks. But then like Madoka Magica, it's like Magic Girls. I'm like, that doesn't exist. Suspension of disbelief is how far you're willing to let the world take you where it wants to take you.
Oh, the world can take me wherever. I'll believe anything.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
The
So-
sky is now purple. Okay, yes, sky is purple then.
There's
Yes.
also
I
like
mean-
limitations to that because it's
Yes.
like, yes, you're in that world, but all of a sudden, if it like goes a different direction, it's like, why am I watching this?
Yes. It's like they pulled you so far and you're like, okay, I'm cool, I'm here. and then they're like, all right, we need to go 10 more feet, and you're like, no, that's not what you told me. That's not what you promised me at the beginning. I can't go any further. That like
Right, but the stretch isn't that far.
The
stretch isn't that far.
For
it depends on
me,
the show. Like,
No, in Food Wars, it's not that far.
I haven't
Food
seen
Wars is not
so
that
I
far.
can't say. So
Like nobody's
Far.
like they don't even have resurrection on there. It's not defying the laws of physics.
have you seen
Dang.
Silver Spoon?
No.
I've watched a couple episodes. I think it was on Netflix.
Yeah,
It was about like a farm school or something.
yes, like I'm on board with that food. I'm on board with them preparing the food in Food Wars. I'm not on board with the reactions. Like that's just like even if it's like a centimeter, I'm like, no, I'm sorry.
Man. Well, I guess. I mean, you eat Taco Bell, so I guess you don't eat that good of food, so you don't understand.
I'm kind of scared to try it. Like I can't eat McDonald's.
Scared to
right
try
now.
Taco Bell or something else?
I'm scared to try
Yeah.
Taco Bell because I'm like that one was it
I don't
beefy
recommend
cheesy,
it.
the beefy
Yeah.
cheesy crunch thing that I used to like 6 months ago. I'm like I don't think I'm gonna like it anymore.
Didn't they also classify their meat as like not even meat? Kind
It's
of
like a
Less-
high percentage of
No.
like something else.
Less than 35% beef meat.
Yeah, and the rest is like
So-
filler. So it's like soy
Yeah,
and
so-
other stuff.
Human.
But yeah, like I don't know. It's like something about that. I can't. Yeah, and it's like, what is it? Girls in bikinis like fighting each other on a pool. I'm like,
That's believable.
no,
That's
no,
believable.
no.
That's,
No, no.
you're like,
Listen
oh,
to me.
that's-
God.
Your suspension of disbelief all of a sudden is like very, very far because you're like girls fighting bikinis all the time,
No, so
especially with their butts. Every fight I've ever seen has been a woman in a bikini and her butt
No. So, with that,
on
I'm
a
like,
platform.
with that show, I'm like, is this ecchi? They're fighting, so I don't know. Let me check it out.
What the hell? No.
No. Let me finish. God, I already had y'all like 4 of y'all like laughing at me for doing the episode of the podcast. And I'm like, at least let me explain. So, so I'm like, is it ecchi? Probably. Do I check out every show? Yes. Let me check this show out just for science. And you follow this,
Yeah.
and you follow this one character, and she's taking it so seriously. I'm like, why are you taking this so seriously? And then they start talking about technique and all this other kind of stuff, and I'm like, this is silly. And then they take it so seriously that I'm like,
You gotta take it seriously.
I kind of appreciate their effort of taking it so seriously. Like I'm not there for what you probably think I'm there for. I'm like it's a martial art that they like they train. It takes like it's weird, and yeah, some of the moves have ridiculous names. And just the concept in general is ridiculous. But if the characters,
taint tickler.
no, I have a better name, and I'm deciding whether I want to use it or not, or say it or not. But like
The ass clapper.
no, it's worse than that. It's called Titty Dunk. Anyway, so
The titty dunk. That sounds like an
it's
adult cereal.
It's so stupid. So, if the characters didn't take it as absolute serious as a martial art as they did, I would not have continued it. But because
But they do the same. They do the same thing in Food Wars. Like they even break down the science of
they
food,
don't
and
fight
you get like
in
some
Food
recipes.
Wars.
It's a culinary. It's a
Yeah.
It's a culinary battle. It's like Iron Chef.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
Iron Chef. They break down the science, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, when you combine this, and then you cook it this way, and then like there's actual science to it."
Yes.
That's Keijo is just theoretical martial arts. That's all it is.
Yep. And if the characters didn't take it as seriously as they did, I would not have finished the show. And I'm telling, like,
Food Wars takes it even more serious.
I was very on the edge. Like, every time some new character came in and like, this is my special power, and I'm like, oh God, what are we doing? And then they would like,
He's like, I can pick up a cherry and then walk around.
I don't want to keep bringing up, because they said something like that, but it's different. And I don't want to keep mentioning all these.
What? It's a whole watermelon?
No. Oh. All right. So, whatever. I'm gonna just go. I'm gonna just be like, what is it? Like, I'm not gonna whatever. So hip strength, because they're fighting with their butts and torsos and all that kind of stuff. There is what was it? One of the stronger characters needed to go do some training, and I'm like, oh God, please don't take us to where she's training. And she went over to this field, and she was helping out this this older guy who needed to like harvest his vegetables, and I'm like, what are you talking about? So what she did is she tied a rope around her waist and tied a rope around the vegetable and like pulled out all the vegetables, and I'm like, that doesn't really like make total sense, but it kind of fits this show, so I guess okay, I'll go on board with that. So I'm like other than what she's training to do, like that aspect of the show where she went out to this field to help this elderly guy pick his vegetables. Yeah, she's like pulling the vegetables with her hips, but using her hips to do something strenuous to train for her martial art, that makes sense.
No, because like you don't strengthen your hips. Like that's, you do that when you're old, and like you stretch it out because the hips are a joint. It's not a muscle.
Yes,
you strengthen your legs or your core. Like she should be doing sit-ups, not like thrusting in the air.
Exactly.
Like,
so I'm like,
no, you've already lost me because none of that makes sense.
Yes, that's where you can't go. That you can't suspend your disbelief that far. Me, I'm like, this probably doesn't work, but I guess it fits the narrative of the show.
Probably.
Fine.
It definitely doesn't work.
Yeah. But I'm like, it fits the narrative of the show, so I'm like, fine. Like most of the show, I'm like, fine. There, like at the very end, like it was so stupid. I even yelled at it about this in the episode that we talked about. One of the characters has her father come watch her in the championship, and I'm like, "What are you doing?
Oh wow, okay.
What are you doing? What?"
That's like, Dad, come watch me compete in the World Championship baby oil wrestling.
Yeah, I'm like, what is this? And he's like, go, daughter. And I'm like, no, this is not cool. This is not, I'm yelling the whole time.
Does this take place in Alabama?
No. So I'm like, there's lots about that show that I'm like not okay with, but they take it seriously enough to where I'm like, I guess this is training. I guess this works. She's very passionate about being the best at this, so I guess I'll root for her, I guess. I don't know. And then somebody's like, oh, look at my new move, titty dunk. And I'm like, what are you, please, take this seriously. And they're like, we are. And I'm like, this show is so freaking weird.
And you watched the whole thing.
When her dad showed up, I was about to turn it off. But I was like, I'm already at the end. I'm like, I might as well see who wins.
All of the animes that you never finished, and this is the one you chose to stick with. Like all of the animes that you chose to not finish, and this is the one you're like, I'm gonna ride it out to the end.
So
I'm not even gonna lie, I'm just zoned out because I'm like, I don't know what's going on, and I don't know what this anime is, and I'm just gonna listen to the argument.
Yeah, don't bother.
Don't.
I'm not even gonna entertain myself with this.
Yeah, so this is how I watch anime. right now it is spring season. Right now we are 3 weeks, no, a month and a half in. And me and Psycho's schedules aren't matching up, so we're probably going to skip this season, or we'll just talk about the ones that we finished. So as far as like sampling shows, I sampled a few. I got caught up on Magus' Bride. Oh, excuse me. That'll definitely be one show that I finished this season because it is absolutely amazing. And there's some other shows that I watched that I can't. Oh, I watched the Jigokuraku. I watched that one, and that one was. It was the English word is Hell's Paradise. That one.
Yes, yes, yes. This show is so good.
Okay, I've only seen the first episode when she turned on him.
Oh,
But that was basically the whole thing.
It is, man.
Yeah. So I watched that one. I guess I'll finish it since you're like so excited about it. And then
really
let me pull up the list. God. What else?
Are you watching Mashal?
No, I didn't get to that one.
Oh,
I only had,
that
like-
show is amazing.
I had 3 days, and I had to I had a week, and in that week I had to watch all of or I had to watch 13 episodes of what you call it. So it cut down on what I
Why?
could watch. Magus' Bride, because I'm like 3 years behind, and the signature was like,
I was saying 13 reasons why.
huh?
You said 13 episodes, and I was like, why? That's in the playoff. 13 reasons why.
Oh.
Ah,
Okay, let me go.
that
through
show was not good either.
Yeah,
I don't like a lot of things. I'm realizing.
Yeah, and I kind of wish you were on the podcast so we could like discuss it out. But yeah. So Demon Slayer.
You just tell me when so I can make everybody angry. You know what? Demon Slayer, not that good.
So
My heart.
Kiki's like them fighting words. Yeah. Oh my God. Speaking of a movie that's a tearjerker, Oishi no Ko.
I don't know what that is.
You have to watch.
Either.
You have to.
Is that on Crunchyroll or what is
let
that?
me hover over it. It's
I'm still trying to get the Bunny Girl Senpai movie. Bunny Girl Senpai is a great show.
It is absolutely great. See, I like it. People are like, Bunny Girls, blah blah blah, and they're like, no, but it's a
No.
good show though.
Look, I'll give anything a shot, and if it's a good enough story, I'll watch it. Like I don't care how ridiculous the premise is, except for
It's on-
Keijo. That
it's
is
on-
just stupid.
It's on High Dive. It's on High Dive.
It is on High Dive.
Yes.
I gotta get High Dive.
I
Oh,
ha-
it was amazing. I found some good stuff on there since
Yeah.
Taco told me about it.
yeah. Can we make more accounts?
Don't ask me. I
Okay. I have to
can
check.
just go on there
So I
and
have a
watch.
council account.
Huh?
I have a council account that I'm paying for where like people on the podcast can watch shows. So I'll give you access to it. I think you need to create a user profile and then you can watch it.
My username is gonna be Keijo is not as good as Food Wars.
love it already.
2015.
But yeah. So yeah. After the podcast, wait. Do you have access to the council account? Maybe.
Probably not.
Just
Uh,
think so.
Okay. I'll give you access to it.
To be fair, the government has limited my access to a lot of things. So
But yeah.
not because I'm a dangerous person. I'm just weird.
Yeah. Oishi no Ko. The first episode's a movie, and
That requires a lot of context signature.
and
Point
yes.
that we're not about to go.
Legally, I'm not allowed to discuss.
Here we go.
Yeah, Oishi no Ko. First episode's a movie. Please watch it.
Oishi.
It is absolutely amazing. Like the,
Oh, I will.
it ended, and I sat there in silence for a while.
Tacos, that's too big.
Which
We were supposed to go watch Suzume.
yeah,
I don't know if it's good or not.
big as far as what?
Hold on, let me get some. Did I? Okay, I got some fence gates right here. Let me do this real quickly. One. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, this is one side of the gate. This is where you would walk in, and then this side will be repeated on this side. This will be the gate that connects to those walls, that connects to those pillars surrounding the village.
Could we?
This is just open area. I was just using this to mark out how far out it would be.
Could we fence off the village on the side that connects to this area? And then on the two sides with the forest, like, put the wall there?
So I can't build a gate. You want a
Blocking the-
three-sided box and then an open area.
Well, whoa!
I don't know why that was so funny.
Boxing in the village, I can't box it in. The back and the back sides of it, I don't care about because it's trees and stuff that we've never used that we don't have a use for. But boxing it in, I can't. I don't box it in.
Fucker, you can't even see it until you pass your mini village you have here.
I can see it when I stand on the roof. My render distance is maximum.
What roof? Which roof? What
On the
building?
warehouse.
Netherite ingot here? That's netherite scrap. Do you smelt netherite ancient debris? I forgot what you do with it.
You smelt ancient debris to get netherite scraps.
So you put it in the smeltster.
Into the furnace, yes.
Yeah, you smelt debris into scrap, and then you smelt scrap and gold into an ingot.
Taco, I don't know what roof you're on to see this village. I get no clear shot of the village anywhere on this roof.
Hold on, let me slowly
And then I
walk
get over
there.
here, and then like I can see like bits and pieces of it, but
Hold on, let me.
your village has grown a lot. I didn't know exactly where you were standing.
Oh,
I didn't know seeing the roofs of the houses over there means so much to you.
It's kind of OG at this point.
it is. Alright. I had to eat like 18 slices of watermelon so I could run again.
Man has working chicken KFC and chooses to eat watermelon that barely gives any saturation.
We have so
You
much
stand all the way
watermelon.
up there. I don't know about
We-
you.
we've
but
had
I
this
run a
discussion
pyramid
before.
scheme where I sell it all and make tons of money. Taco, you know this sits higher than the wall, right?
Huh?
As you can see over there, the wall is right there. You'll still see the village.
No,
Over
if
the
this
wall.
no, that's perspective. If you move this over there, it'll block the village.
You will still see part of the village.
Over the rainbow. How did I end up with this?
The back. No, I don't want any more watermelon.
You choose to eat it. I'm giving it to you.
I don't like watermelon.
I don't know why you eat it then. It's
'Cause-
over watermelon
What-
season. Actually, I think it is just about watermelon
Watermelon.
season. Watermelon. Well, I'm just gonna take down my gate then. Goodbye, gate.
Do you need gold nuggets or gold ingots?
Ingots.
It's expensive. But we have a farm, so it's not expensive.
Does
The base
Juan still
is-
need netherite ingots?
Is the base?
I think I'm good.
Yeah, he hasn't spec'd out all his stuff yet, but I don't think he needs any more. I think we gave him.
Yeah, I did.
Oh. You're full netherite? Tools and everything?
Yes. My chest plate is about to go, but yes, I'm all full.
Do you have mending on it?
Wait, you can make netherite swords?
Yeah, all your tools can be netherite.
You haven't.
The hell, and I'm over here walking around with diamond like a peasant.
I thought we spec'd you out.
We did, but
I got armor, I
my
didn't-
Just my plate armor or my chest armor is low, but it's good.
I don't
Wait.
think signature is decked out.
I got armor, but I'm still walking around with a diamond sword.
Oh, I thought we.
What about a pickaxe? You have a netherite pickaxe?
You should.
I have a diamond pickaxe and I'm rationing it like it's my final meal.
Oh, you
Oh.
know you can make all of your tools netherite, right? Sword, hoe, axe, spoon, all of them.
I did not.
Oh, I haven't done the hoe. It's kind of like waste though.
What did you think me and Taco's been rocking with?
I don't know. The Sword of Omens. Giving
Yeah,
you
I
sight
I
beyond
counted up to
the
what,
walls so you can see the villages.
What was it, like 27 or 24 or something like that we needed?
Apparently, so.
That was just for the armor.
Oh,
There's
No,
like
I
2 or 3
didn't do
pieces
any
left in
math.
the chat. One of the chests.
Wait,
I
what,
did
what?
no math.
what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, you should have 10 items that are netherite with mending on every piece.
I don't have mending on any of my equipment.
How can we fix that? Do we have any mending books?
I don't think so.
No, but if you want to take the time to look through the villagers to try to find the mending guy out there, feel free to. He's out there. We have plenty of money. I've been doing the pyramid scheme of selling emeralds.
Ooh.
Hey,
But yeah, but
do we have plenty of emeralds to buy as many books as we can, or if we buy a certain amount and then we need like to reset them?
we have almost 4 stacks of emeralds and 23 blocks of emeralds.
Oh, as far as buying from him, like, can we buy like as many books as we need, or does he like reset?
He has to reset, but you can buy as many as he'll let you.
So let's say
I'm saying money's not an issue.
Yeah, so let's say we buy 3 books. What do we have to do to reset them?
He has to go back to his workstation,
Oh, okay.
and then he'll reset.
All right.
But other
Signature.
than that, I am getting off because I got to go to bed.
Yeah, I was also about to log off because
And
Wake
get off
up too
before
damn
somebody
early.
decides they want to raid me, and then I gotta like stay on longer. And I'm like, I don't wanna. I wanna go to bed.
All right. Cool. Signature. What is the status of your stuff?
the status of my stuff.
Yeah, like as far as like repair
Oh,
and all that kind of stuff.
It's all in green. I don't do much.
Okay. And then you don't have any tools that are. Do you have mending on everything?
I have mending on my chest. That's it.
Okay. And then you haven't upgraded your tools.
Nope. I got a diamond sword.
Okay. Do we have enough pieces to upgrade all your stuff?
I don't know. I was just blasting stuff in the nether, so I'm sure I'll find enough. I have 2 ingots right now, so. And I think there's one in one of those chests over there.
Okay. Because I was like,
There's 3. You got 5.
so as far as mending, how many would you need? What?
I would need at least 1 for my sword,
Okay.
and I guess my armor. There we go.
Okay. So we have the wall project. We have the iceway.
The wall is almost done.
Oh no, the other wall, the village wall. we have the village wall project that I basically need to just go around to the back of the village and like dig it out so I can like put it here.
Why don't you just stack a fence around it and then they can't get out and then you can still see them?
I want to put a fence in the front because that wouldn't block the view. A lot of these tall, like really, really tall things, I want to move like over to the side so we can see the village. Like the trees probably can stay because there's like space in between them, but like there's a chunk over here that we could put something, and then these prototype walls are gonna move over to the actual place. But because yeah, I'm not like. So I've been putting I finally figured out how to get the Instagram account to work. So I've been moving. I've been getting all the reels over there, and one of the reels is like at 115,000, and that's like that's like 104,000 higher than the record. And it just keeps going up. And I'm like, oh god, I'm not used to things going that crazy. So
congratulations.
Thank you. So congratulations to y'all too, because y'all are in the videos too.
Yay.
So
us.
Yeah. So the banner for the Facebook page is a shot of the village, and it was a shot of the village before, like right after the tree. So a lot of the other stuff that's been built, that's been big, it blocks like the banner. And if I decide to update the banner, then you can't see some of the stuff that was originally in there. So I want to make a like an area, like a zoning area that's like you can build as high as you want here, so it doesn't like break the view. So I don't know when I'm gonna set that up or do that or whatever, but one thing I want to keep is the view of the village. So Kiki can move forward with this wall project. I'm probably gonna pick a day offline and just like dig out a trench to put it. Cause I can't. I'm like, I barely got the lanterns down today. And then yeah, and then there's this. Then we have the spire and the iceway that me and Juan are working on. Then we have the zombie that didn't get finished. And then, well, there's the bridge to the spire, cause yeah. So there's like 3 projects going on all at the same time, and I'm not sure how to like coordinate these. Oh, Signature, you still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, yeah, I want to show you the updates to the tunnel.
Ooh. I'm lagging terribly bad.
Okay, cool. So you know the pattern here. I had it before, where it was it basically. I have to kind of backtrack the explanation. So every spot here is like a power section. Like it's a grid of 9, and it has like the 2 blocks, and it's like a specific section. And then there's a pattern, and then there's another power section. That is because when you have powered rails, the power goes 16 blocks. So I had to make the railway design 16 blocks in between the blocks of redstone. The iceway does not need that, but it was a nice pattern, so I just kept that going. Downstairs, there was no need to do that because there's no, like, everything got switched over to the iceway. What ended up happening is, if you look at the roof downstairs, the lava is kind of surrounded by like an andesite donut. And then in between each is like, what is that called in between bricks? Mortar? Right?
The thing that makes the bricks stick together?
Yes.
And IRL, yeah, that's Mortar.
Okay,
It's
so
time
yeah.
to sleep.
So like, oh, okay, time. Oh, I can't put a bed down in here. Here we go.
Haha.
So, so yeah, so in between every lava donut, it's a cobblestone as the mortar, and then in between each of those is like blue instead of. I'm trying to get rid of the orange, so putting lanterns in between each one of these things completely changes. Well, not completely changes the lighting, but it de-oranges it a lot. So I'm back. I like these tunnels again now that they're not like crazy orange.
So the whole purpose of this remodel is just to counteract your shader pack.
No. The lanterns are to counteract the shader pack. The redesign of the tunnel is to make a design that fully fits the iceway, because all of the iceways are lined by lava, and the iceways don't need to be on 16s. Like there's no like redstone limit for 16s. So at the bottom, instead of it being 1 4 1 4 power section, 1 4 1 4 power section, it's just 3 1 3 1 3 1 3 1 because of the lava donuts.
Okay.
So
I think I get what you're saying.
yeah. So up until where the lanterns stop, it's right here it's not fixed, but from here all the way to the end of the tunnel, it's all 3 1 3 1 3 1, and all of the cobble connects to each other.
Okay.
So that's the new design for this. And I put in like most of these lanterns, and I was working on the floor in the ceiling. When we get to here, I kind of want to. Well, it's like I kind of want a skylight, but it's covered in trees. Any of like all the other tunnels that I did before, if it reached an open area, I put glass. So,
Okay.
so for these parts up here, I'm trying to figure out how to get the glass to like kind of fit into the pattern. Maybe I'll just do the cobble as glass, because that'll be something easy to just switch out. I just thought of that right now, so I'm gonna undo what I did and redo it, and that'll solve that problem. And then later on, there's part of the tunnel where like you could actually like leave the tunnel and go walking into the open area because of the landscape. I need to figure out where that is again and like chop it open again. And then yeah, so it's like I'm trying to figure this out, and then Kiki needs a place to put the wall, so I'm gonna do that offline and figure out a spot for that. And then the spire needs to be built, and then the zombie needs to be finished. And then all of our current projects are on, and everybody needs to be specced out in andesite, and not andesite, netherite and mending. And it's like we need to.
And then we kill the warden.
Hard pass.
What?
Yeah. So the
You gotta want it.
And then Kiki, like I think. I think
Yeah, exactly. You gotta want it.
I think after Kiki does the wall, we need to do another job fair and like reset all the villagers. I don't know if we should try to find the mending guy now, and everybody can get all decked out with mending, and then also if we don't have enough andesite to go around, not andesite, netherite to go around, we need to go get more.
I think you'll find the mending guy once you start the job fair. So you just keep that in mind as you're doing the job fair.
Yes. So the question is, are y'all's armor gonna is y'all's armor gonna last that long?
I mean, we're not going on any crazy adventures, so we're good.
Yeah, 'cause nobody wants to fight the warden.
Okay. If y'all,
I mean, if we need to change armor, can't we just switch to like diamond armor in the meantime? And then, because it's not like Juan said, it's not like we're doing anything crazy.
okay, then do that, so I'm not worried about y'all's armor.
I got you beat. I'll just play naked.
And then also I need to do some AFK, just chilling over by the farm because a lot of my tools are like down to like 15-20%. And I need to mend all that stuff up. But okay, cool. If y'all switch to diamond armor and then like y'all can go through that however, then I won't worry about all that material that we gathered for all that time. Then we're good. And I need to find a place for Kiki's wall, and then the pattern for the tunnel has been updated, so that needs to be done. And then I need to like fix the openings for the tunnel, and then also start leading the tunnel into the bridge. And then I gotta test out the bridge because I have the design drawn, but I don't have like the layout set up.
Is the wall okay? Because I'm currently doing it now, but if I have to change anything, let me know now so that way I don't have to redo it.
I was getting there. Like I found the first open section that I wanted to switch to glass, and then there was another open section, but I think it got covered up because I get too distracted.
I'm
So
distracted? No.
No.
So yeah.
All right, I gotta log off. I gotta eat dinner and go take a shower.
Cool.
So
Bye-bye.
I will talk to y'all later. But before I leave, Alexa, play Despacito. Bye.
Bye. Okay. I'm not sure. Like,
Say it again.
It's hard enough for me to try to coordinate on one project, but there's like 3 projects that are like half done.
Yeah, they'll get done though.
Yeah. Do you mind? Well, I don't know. We do that during the villager fair, so it's kind of like a waste. Unless we like grab him and like put him in Kiki's little holding house and like he doesn't escape.
You want me to kill villagers?
No. No, when we do the job fair, we will interview villagers.
Oh, yes,
And
of course.
yes, and then the villagers that don't pass the interview will be fired.
Ah.
Yes. So as far as the village and the job fair and all that kind of stuff, we're gonna put the wall in the place that I find, because like I don't know, like a lot of the village like pours into the forest, and I'm trying to figure out like a nice way to like separate them. There's a little guy running around. This is why we need a wall. Where is he going? God, he better not. Yes, this is the problem. And then all those animals that are in that tunnel.
Yes. You want me to fire them too?
If they match some of the holding places that we have, like if there's sheep, we can throw them into the sheep house.
There's a bunch of sheep in here, and pigs, and chickens, and everything else you can imagine.
Yeah, so for the pig, we don't have a pig place. So
Go wild with pigs.
you can do whatever you want with the pig.
I currently do not have the inventory for pigs, but
yeah. The chickens, there's no like input place to put the more chickens into the chicken thing, so I guess the chickens you can do whatever. But if there's any cows or sheep and stuff like that, we have a spot for them. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
ending here?
Yeah, my brain just
Alright.
kind of shut off.
Let me do this one last one lava, and then I'll be good.
Cool.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, and there's a whole warehouse thing, like the whole.
Yeah, I'm almost done with the lava wall.
Yeah, I gotta.
Okay, let us see who is online today. Let's wait for the ads to end. I also have news, Taco. Well, we can do that off stream, I think.
Okay.
Real quick. It's real quick.
Okay. Yeah. I will end my stream after yours, and then we can.
I'm just waiting for this ad to end.
Cool.
Cool. We're going to raid Loserman Wins. I'm also going to leave because I don't want to get attacked by any monsters. Oops. It's not what I want to do. Alright, everyone. I am the Traveling Wanderer. Thank you so much for hanging out, talking in chats, lurking in chat, donating, subbing, and all those wonderful things. You're all wonderful, you're all 1 million, and all one of a kind. Variety Power Hours tomorrow, so we'll be doing some of that. I don't know what we'll be doing, but that'll be exciting. But yes, I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye. Let's do a raid. Let's wait for that to go, and then I will end the stream. Bye-bye.
Cool.
We
Alright.
are going to raid now.
That is it for Minecraft Power Hour. We'll be back tomorrow for some Variety Power Hour. And yeah, as always, this is DK from Takia Gaming. Today with me is Signature Move, Keeks the Beasts, the Traveling Wanderer, and
Hello.
as always, thank y'all for watching. Thanks for hanging out in chat. Thanks for supporting the channel in any way that you do. And I will see y'all next time.